welcome to my kitchen. Today we're gonna make dinner in just 15 minutes or less. Curry shrimp is on the menu. Come on over so I can show you how to make this today. So what we have is peeled and deveined shrimp. We have flour, butter, curry powder, a little bit of olive oil, green onions, mixed peppers, a cup of rice, and some thyme, and salt and pepper, of course. So let's get started. Let's get our burners on high, both burners. Matter of fact, all three burners, because we need a pan for the rice. We also need a pan for the curry sauce, and then we need a pan for our shrimp. So we're gonna get that going. I'm just gonna throw in 2 tablespoons of butter. Over here, I'm gonna throw in 3 tablespoons of butter. And we're gonna let those 2 come down. We're gonna go ahead and add our water to the saucepan. Let that come to a boil. Add a bit of salt. Great. Gonna cap that. All right. Now there's a couple things to remember, and that is that butter burns fast. So you don't want to let your butter cook too long when you're cooking it on high, because we don't want it to scorch. Okay, so we're going to pay attention to both pans, and it's the same thing for both. Now to keep your butter from scorching, you can add a little bit of olive oil. It kind of helps. So you can see this butter is beginning to turn a little brown. We don't want it to turn brown. So while it's still nice and yellow but hot before it turns brown, we're going to go ahead and add our shrimp. Okay. And I have different sizes in here. A few big ones, a few small ones. Alright. And then we'll add a little bit of salt and pepper for taste. And you can add it to your taste. We have one little fella that fell over here. Let's go ahead and put him back in there. Perfect. Let those cook. All right. We are ready over here. So to a cup of water, we're going to add a tablespoon of curry powder. That's a tablespoon in there. With the wire whisk, give it a stir. And this is going to sit to the side. So we're going to add a tablespoon of flour to that butter and olive oil mixture. Okay, that's about a tablespoon there. With that wire whisk, we're going to whisk that in. All right, we're making our roux. This is how we're going to make our gravy. You want to continue to stir this pretty rapidly until it's a nice caramel color. All right, that's perfect. Once we get that nice caramel color, we're gonna go ahead and add our curry and water mixture. Continue to whisk as you're adding. All right. All right, so now we wanna add our scallions. Peppers. And a few sprigs of thyme. We're going to turn this down to low and let this simmer a bit. Let's come over here. Give give our shrimp a stir. And let's take a look at that water. Ooh, nice rapid boil. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's go ahead and add a tablespoon of butter. And then our cup of rice. Give it a stir. Great. Let's recap that. We're going to turn it to low and let that simmer until it's done. Let's get back over here to our roux. It is perfect. See, it's nice and thick. Nice gravy consistency. We're going to go ahead and add our shrimp. All right. And add that juice and all. Leave it on low. We're gonna cap it and let that simmer for about 5 minutes, and then we're gonna be back to plate this dish. All right, so see you shortly. All right, so we're back now. So let's go ahead and see how everything turned out. Let's take a look at our rice first. This is perfect. Take a look at it. How do you know when your rice is done? You see around the edges of the pan, it begins to swell, and that's how we know it's done. Now let's take a spoon and fluff it and see what we have here. Oh, there you go. And that's the second test. Nice and fluffy. This rice is perfect. So let's go ahead and turn that burner off. And now let's take a look at our shrimp. Look at that. Gravy is a beautiful consistency. That's what we want. All right, let's go ahead and plate our dish. All right, so maybe we'll do another scoop. How about 2 scoops of rice? So this was enough to feed 2 people. And if you want to feed more, you would just double it. And now, our shrimp. Isn't that lovely? Perfect. And then let's add a little gravy around. Alright, and there you go. Curry shrimp and rice in 15 minutes or less.